Hey, thanks for joining me. I'm glad you're here. I'm Jerrel. I develop games for a living, and I'm going to take a look at Deltarune. Now, I don't know what this is. I've never played it. I think I've seen the logo here and there, but it looks like there was an announcement on the Nintendo Direct that we saw about 2 days ago. I'm going to take a look at this trailer. I will share my thoughts on this as a game developer, as I always do with these analyses and breakdown videos, and I will share my thoughts. I'm interested in seeing what this is. I don't know if, are there a lot of Deltarune fans out there, and do you recommend I play it? And what is the best platform for me to play this on? Should I play this on Switch 2? So let's go ahead and take a look at the trailer, and we'll see what Deltarune is. I'm learning what this is. Okay, we have a sprout coming out of the ground, and there's a cute little. Oh, is this live action? I have a feeling this little segment here is composited into the scene, but this looks to be like a live action puppet of some kind. Oh, that's adorable. The nose is a little off center. I'm going to assume that there's a high attention to detail here, and that is on purpose. I don't understand why. It's cute. I kind of like this fun little fella. Deltarune, and now there's a little flower over his head. Um, I'm not sure what type of flower this is. I'm going to assume a daisy. My plant knowledge is notwithstanding. I think that's probably just a daisy. Okay. What are those little details? These are a different flower, right? Okay. Surely that's not a hibiscus. There's a heart motif, and we are looking at what appears to be some degree of gameplay. Now, what am I looking at here? This is interesting visually. This person, this little character here. Sorry, one second. Let me get out of the way here. This little character here appears to have Super Saiyan hair. I think that's what that is. There's a trash can with googly eyes. There's this pink character. This all seems quite fun. I don't, I don't really know what this is, but it's actually quite charming. Let me see here. So I'll just go back a bit. So this green central area to me appears to be some sort of gameplay control area. And it looks to be drawing the focus to this green area. The new adventures are blooming. Now, these to me feel like these are party members of some kind. These feel like they would be enemies, and they are launching these triangles. Now, let's take a look at here. What we have are for the pixel blending. So when we have visuals in modern game development environments, generally, they're actually 3D development environments, and we have quads that display pixel visuals here. What I see from the visuals are the pixel blending. We have to determine what the pixel blending would be. Generally, the most common one is bilinear, smooths out the edges between the actual texture pixels. What I see is linear, so it's basically pixel perfect. So it's rotating these sprites. This is just a single sprite. It would have been drawn in one direction, and then it's actively rotating it, and it's using pixel perfect linear pixel blending to maintain a nice sharp crispness to the visuals here. So there's a heart here. There's a heart motif. This is, we want to avoid these triangles. This is fun. So I'm assuming this is the battle system, and that battles are conducted in a way where the mechanics can be defined on a per basis. So the mechanics of the battles are not restricted to one linear format. And something like this, I think, is very interesting. It means that there's a lot of room for creativity. There's a lot of room to explore different mechanical ideas and keep things interesting. Right now, the heart is carrying around a fork. There appear to be items which perhaps may need to be picked up by the fork. I don't know what this is. I don't know what I'm looking at. It looks like you have to avoid some hazards here. I like you too, Susie. There's a goat character. Ev 3 buddies. Favorite #1 rated salesman 19. Oh, this fun little animation. Oh, what is this fun little TV guy? Oh, this is fun. I want to see the details here. It's lovely to see handcrafted 2D environments because it is a skill where you have to have a high level of awareness of visual communication. Every single pixel means something, and every single pixel can either make something look right or look wrong. So it's interesting to see consistent pixel density. This is something that is so important to me, that really frustrates me with the Final Fantasy remasters of 4, 5, and 6 that we saw over the years, especially on the Android devices, was belligerent, inconsistent pixel density. You know, we would have background elements or environment elements that had inconsistent pixel density in a way that was very unpleasant. We had inconsistent pixel filtering. I discussed pixel filtering, where the backgrounds would have bilinear, overly smooth bilinear pixel filtering, and it clashed and it looked hideous. This, to me, has an entirely consistent, everything about it feels consistent, even though there, for example, like the pixel density on the crowd here is this has a higher pixel density than, say, for this character, but it's presented in a way that feels consistent, despite the fact that there is a little bit of inconsistency there. Interesting, and I'm wondering if this is ×2. Now, if this is double the pixel density of that, that's why it looks and feels consistent still. Let's go ahead and have a look at this animation from this long-nosed character. Did he have a long nose, or was I seeing something wrong? Interesting. Oh, look at these smooth animations. So have a look at this. Have a look. This is interesting to me. This is something. If we take a look at this character, to me, I feel this character is likely, this character is actually a 3D model that was rendered in 3D, and then you can basically just render that 3D you can bake it into a sprite. That's an approach that I've taken with some of my games. It's so fluid. Hand animating this, there are now programs that can help you with that process to guide you and make things just more practical and faster as you create that 2D sprite animation by hand. But there are so many frames here, and I see a degree of just organic anti-aliasing, and I'm not saying that from the perspective of, you know, anti-aliasing the visual technique, but there's aliasing, you know, that is present just in the natural way that we would render a 3D model. So this looks like a 3D model with a very fluid animation, and then we're just rendering that out to a sprite, but it allows us to have this extremely fluid, very eye-catching. In terms of anime, you would refer to it as sakuga, I believe, where it's just like a small, simple animation that's so fluid and smooth. It's very pleasant, very, very appealing to see that, and it's interesting to see the blending of different techniques. That's one technique, and then this is hand animated, just frame by frame animation. Ooh, I like that little twist, and there appeared to be some form of gathering points. We have a counter there. Let's see. Oh, I really like the fire up here. See how they've sort of, it's like a faux interlacing. It helps to create it evokes the way that 3D was done or faked. And on the 8-bit and 16-bit consoles is they would shift the lines, the horizontal lines left and right, and they were able to fake 3D. And this visual effect here, I feel like, is meant to evoke that. That looks really neat. Even though that's not what it's actually doing, there's more visual advanced effects going on there, but the way that they've done it evokes it in it's a charming way, very charming. Oh, that's a cool, I don't know what this guy is, but he's kind of cool looking. So now we see a health meter, which we have not seen before. We have Chris, Suzy, and Rol Say. Okay. There's a toilet paper meter here. Toilet paper's at 9% right now. Well, there's like a fun little landscape there with the moon and the mountains and a tree. This actually is interesting. Did that character have brains pouring out? There's a lot. There's so much to see here. There's a lot going on. Chapter 5 is waiting. Okay. I think the importance of that is lost on me. Does that mean that Chapter 5 is coming soon? I don't know what that means. This is so stylish. Very, very charismatic. This is a very high level of charm, of charisma to it. Okay, it's launching June 24th as a free update to Deltarune. Oh, so this is Chapter 5. Chapter 5 is coming now. So Chapter 5 is launching. I am going to interpolate some information here, or actually extrapolate some information, come to the conclusion that people have been waiting for Chapter 5, and that this is an announcement for Chapter 5, launching on June 24th. How fantastic. Really wonderful. I quite like what I see here. This is very charming. Would you personally recommend, would you make the recommendation to me? Oh boy, I need some coffee. Would you make the recommendation to me that I play this game? Should I play it now, or should I wait for Chapter 5 to launch? Thanks very much for spending some time with me. Thank you for taking a look at Deltarune and appreciating the work that the developers put into this. This looks really fantastic. It's very, very charming. I really like to see this kind of creativity and gameplay mechanics that are not beholden to just a genre thing. Sometimes you see developers just do something different just for the sake of, oh, doing something different. And then you see works like this that have a very strong, coherent vision behind it. And I really like seeing developers that have a strong technical understanding of their work and their craft. And that's what I see here. It's a very, very strong grasp over the craft of game development, not just making the game itself, but of conceiving of concepts. So this is very heartening. I've never seen anything about Deltarune before, and this has caught my interest. So let me know if I should play this, and if I should play it now or wait for Chapter 5 to launch on Switch 2. Thanks very much for spending some time with me today. If you would like to see some of my other analyses for games that have been announced recently, especially over the Nintendo Direct, then you may let me know in the comment section. Take care of yourselves. Be well.